Hello, hello, everybody. Let me know you can hear me and see me okay. Morning, right? Evening, Jesse. How you doing, my friend? And Patty, Minnesota gal. How are you? Richard, good to have you in. How are you, my friend? And Lee, Fisherman 506, down by the province of Prince Edward Island. He's actually in Nova Scotia, but he's really close to PEI. And where to begin, Homestead? Hello to you. So glad that you guys are here tonight. And Mrs. Coffee, Walks and Whatever, Deb. Hello. How are you? Glad to have you in with us. Tom, how you doing, my friend? I'm sure Trevor's been busy. Lisa, how are you? Peter, how you doing, my friend? Brenda, how are you? Colleen, how are you? Glad to have you with us tonight. A longtime friend of ours. Paul, all the way from England. How are you doing, my friend? Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate that. Let me see. John Bailey, how are you doing? Randy, how you doing? Hope everything is well in your neck of the woods. Little Ridge Farm, howdy, howdy, howdy. How are you? And yeah, it's good to be inside the house, that's for sure. It's going to be cold here, Patty. Minus 25 tonight in the morning. Supposed to be really cold for sure. Mark, how are you doing, Little Ridge Farm? I know we're just getting started, but you probably can see that Joni is not here with me. She is with her mother, Judy, at the ER emergency room. Um, so, long story short, yesterday, Where to Begin Homes, the last time I seen you all live, you're still in the tent. This is a welcome new view for sure. Congratulations. Well, thank you. It's a mess. As you can see, it's a construction area, insulation, everything, but at least we're in here. So anyway, yesterday, Judy had some chest pains and things, so we went over there and, looked after her yesterday, tried to help her, and she was feeling better. She was just, I think, dehydrated and she hadn't eaten anything, and then she was trying to push some snow around, which she shouldn't have been doing. Hey, Scott, welcome back, my friend. And then this morning, she called again. Judy did, very weak. Actually, Chelsea, her daughter, called because Judy called Chelsea, was talking to her. And anyway, she needed to go into the emergency room, so they've been there all afternoon. Still there now. I have my phone on just in case I need to, um, hear from there. They're trying to get a hold of me. So anyway, Judy is she's 82, 83, I believe, and should not have been outside trying to shovel snow, and she knows that. But anyway, yes, Mr. Willie, I'm sure she'll be okay. Anyway, that's where Joni's at. Thank you. Thank you, Sam. I certainly appreciate that. I'll tell you right now, it's taken every dime and dollar to run the generator. $40 a day, basically, to run the generator, and it's just killing us. It really is killing us. Um, Let me see here. Scott, yeah, I want to go back to the Caribbean. Scott says it's far too cold here, 3 feet of snow. Yeah, it's cold, Scott. And we've had a pile of snow. Yeah, we've got 3 feet easily here. And, just no fun at all. And it's supposed to be even colder tonight. Tomorrow morning, we're supposed to wake up to minus 25. And then, oh, excuse me, folks. I think Sunday, or Thursday morning, we're supposed to wake up minus 27. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty cold. And that's Celsius. So, that's really cold. Hey, Mike Pierce, how are you doing, my friend? Glad to have you in with us tonight. Lila, how are ya? Yes, please don't forget to hit the like button. We appreciate that so much. And it really does help the channel. It's one of the most important things that you can do for this channel, for any channel that you watch videos on. Just hitting that thumbs up really triggers that algorithm to notice your channel. So appreciate it, Scott. So again, if you're just joining us, Joni is not here with me tonight. She's at the emergency room with her mother, trying to get Judy situated. She's had some chest pains and pressure and feels pretty weak. So, hey, she needs to be there. That's the priority. So, but anyway, I worked here today, and as you can see, we're inside the house, um, trying to get some work done, and we actually got a really nice window in today. I wish I could show you, but I'm sitting in front of it, so you can't see it. But our main window, the biggest window for the entire house, it is 72 by I don't know, what, 68, excuse me, about 72 by 68. So it's a really large window, and so I got it all put in to the front of the house today. Had to use a little bit of that ingenuity, but we got it done. So it looks really, really good. Hey, Jenny. How are you, my friend? Thank you, Lila. Coffee walks and whatever. How are you? Minus 39 Celsius this morning. 3 more days and it's going to warm up. Oh, man, it is cold. That is for sure. But what do? You can't fight it. You've just got to live with it. So we're thankful that we're out of the tent. We're into the house. And we're just using one little area here to have the bed set up in and my desk and stuff like that. Oh, forgive me, folks. I have been working long days. Sam, not going to stay long. I need sleep, food, and shower. Not necessary in that order. House is coming along nicely. Prayers for the family, Tony. Thank you, Sam. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, bud. Always giving and everything. So that's so appreciated. Hey, Big Dreams, Tiny Budget. How are you doing? Glad to have you in with us tonight. Yeah, 6 foot by 5. Yeah, it's a big window. It is. It's 72 by, like I said, 70 by about 65, 68, something like that. It was heavy, Paul, but I did it. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I found a way, videoed it, so it'll be a good deal. So speaking of videos, sorry we haven't got a new one out lately. We have just been covered up with, well, snow to start with. Every second day we get more snow, so that means dealing with that and just trying to get it out of the tent. We've been really pushing it to get the house, warmer. And then, of course, last couple of days, the priority has been obviously Joni's mom, Judy, and making sure she's okay. So, but yeah, it's been quite a time. Give you a few updates, what's been happening. So we got all the insulation in the walls and the gable ends and stuff. However, we started having condensation issues. And so normally when you build in the summertime or warm weather, you don't have condensation issues. You get your insulation in your walls, and then you put your vapor barrier over your walls to seal them. And that solves the problem. Oh, thank you, Paul. I like cardigans. I really do. Yeah, did it by myself, Brenda. I had to find a way, but I got it done. Lila, that helps for sure. I'll tell everyone, because you'll understand why that helps so much here in just a bit. Hey, Virginia, how are you? Thank you for the prayers for Joni's mom. Appreciate that so much. So we had all the insulation in, then the condensation started. And what was happening was, because it's so cold, and because I put all the insulation in first without vapor barrier, thank you, Lila. Typically, that's what you do anyway, and then you go back, and once your insulation is done, you go back and put your vapor barrier on. It's not an issue. But because it's so cold, the heat in the house, because we have the wood stove going now, that heat um, getting in contact with the cold air coming in through the wall um, created condensation behind the insulation. So now what we're forced to do, we have to pull out all the insulation. It's all got to come out. The entire house has to be uninsulated. And yeah, it's kind of disheartening, but I got to fix it. You can't ignore it, or your house will be nothing but mold. So we've started that. We've pulled out one wall here, and when I put the window in, um, hey Rochelle, how you doing? Hope you're well there and up there in Ontario. Um, so when I put the window in, I took out all the insulation around it and the wall that was around and everything, and let it dry. And then when I put the window in, I put the insulation back in, and we were putting one bat of insulation. So now we have to double it up because one bat was R12. We really need R20. So doubling it will give us R24, which is what we need. And so instead of doing long sections or entire walls, what we have to do, because it's so cold outside and the condensation is like almost instantly starting as soon as we put the insulation in. So what we have to do is do like 16-foot sections of the walls, get them insulated, and then get right to the vapor barrier and get them sealed with the vapor barrier, and then move on and do the next section, insulation, but before we can do that, we have to pull it out, let it dry, all of that stuff, and it couldn't have come at a worse time because the coldest weather that we've had all winter is hitting us this week. But again, you can't fight it. You have to go with it. It's happened. It's it's going to be educational for somebody because there's going to be other people that are building in cold climates in the future, and they're going to have the same questions and maybe the same issues, or hopefully not the same issues. And so maybe this will save them some time, effort, and money, because it's one thing. We were pretty excited to have all the insulation in, but now to have to take it all back out again, trust me, it is not what we wanted to do by any means. That what are you going to do? Sit here all day and moan and complain about it, or get up and fix it? So that's what we're doing. I'm just going at it one section at a time, pulling it out, and while it's drying, then I'll work on the ceiling or something else, and go from there. And so that's kind of the big the big thing we're up against right now. But it's all good. We're going to get there. It's just that this thing is fighting us, as it always has, every step of the way. Yeah. So that there is the update for where we're at with the build. Let me see comments. See if I forgot anybody. Yeah, it's sucky for sure, Rochelle. But anyway, we've got it figured out now. It is what it is. So let me see here. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Scott. And glad to have you back, man. Hope you had fun. Well, I know you did. I'm sure you had a great time on that Norwegian cruise. And, sure you had a wonderful time, jet setting all over the place. And just, anytime you can get away to a warm climate on a cruise and all that, it's a whole lot better than staying here all winter. I mean, even with, the currency exchange rate and whatever, I'll tell you what, it's a whole lot better than being stuck in the snow all winter long, that's for sure. Jenny, sorry to have to deal with that. Building in the winter is extra challenging. It is, Jenny. It's a whole lot of challenging. It's a totally different ball game when you are building in this cold of temperature. Um, I just did not think that the condensation would start that fast. I thought that we would be able to get the insulation in and then start on the vapor barrier, because it's your vapor barrier that stops that condensation from happening. But anyway, you live and learn, and that's just the way it is. So it's a lesson learned the hard way. Um, did I see it coming? Not at all. I've built lots of stuff, insulated lots of stuff, but it was always in the warmer climate, warmer weather, and so we never had to worry about it. But thankfully, we caught it, um, and we can remedy it. It's just going to, take us probably 3-4 days or more to do it, and it's going to cost us probably twice as much in insurance, twice as much in insulation, because now we have to double the insulation. So where we needed, I think it was 15 bags before, now we're going to need probably another 10 at least. So, but hey, it is what it is, folks. I'm not going to let it beat us. We're going to keep on building. This is a miracle from the beginning, and so I'm not going to fuss over it. I'm just going to fix it. Highlight was meeting Miss Lisa. Well, Nell, I'm glad you got to meet them, Scott, and I hope and pray that the good Lord tarries and all that, Joni and I will also get a chance to spend some time with them and with you and everyone else. We'd love to, go on a cruise, whatever. I know we've been talking about one and getting together, a lot of us on a cruise. So in was it 2024, 2025, something like that, a year and a half, 2 years away. But it'll be fun. It really will. I look forward to it. So yeah, Norwegian cruise, Jesse. That's right, Virginia. Everyone loves Lisa and Jesse too. Jesse says my highlight was meeting Debbie. Hey, Jackie, how are you? Well, Jackie, to start with, Joni's not here right now. She's with her mom at the emergency room. Been there all afternoon. Her mom's not been feeling well, so they're getting her looked after there. And I was just talking about how we've had to deal with the condensation forming quickly on the walls before we got vapor barrier on. So now we got to pull all the insulation out and redo it. So, but it is what it is. Paul. Hey, Neil. How are you, my friend? Hope you're doing well. July 2025. Yeah, I couldn't remember the date, Scott. I know we've been talking about it there, and looking forward to it. That'll be Joni and I. That'll be our anniversary cruise. I think that will be 35 years that we'll be together. Hey, Marshall. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing good tonight. How's your snow out there in BC? Have you got lots or not much? Susie, how are ya? Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. So glad to have you stop in. Jim, how are ya? Jim, yeah, we're pretty warm. We're putting a pile of wood through, so that's going to be. We've only got about another week's worth of wood, and it's gone. So we got to address that again. I appreciate Jesse and Scott and everyone that found us that cord of wood here a few weeks back. We really do appreciate that so much. That has been a blessing. But it looks like because of all the cold weather, we're going to need another cord of wood. So we're going to have to see what we can find. It's staying. Yesterday it was right at -2 here, so the house I get up to 72 or so. Today when we put the window in, of course we had to cut a great big hole in the side of the house, so it got really cold in here. But then it warmed all the way back up to about 70 degrees inside again. And So, and it's probably now about 65 in here. Um, yeah, so, it's supposed to drop down even more outside. Like I said, minus 22, minus 25 in the morning. So I anticipate the house will be a bit chilly. But we don't have the ceiling insulated yet. So we're losing a lot of heat out through the ceiling. But it all comes with it. So thanks for asking, though, Jim. Really appreciate it. Let me see here. Jackie, oh no, hope she's okay. Dang the insulation. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it is what it is. So can't do much about it. Hey, MT. Um, I'm so glad that you guys stopped in. You guys are some of the best people on YouTube, I'm telling you. Um, we appreciate Mike and Terry so much. They really, truly are wonderful folks. Let me see. Lynette, how are you? Glad to have you in here with us. Let me see. Mr. Willie, 35 years of Tony stealing chocolate from Joni. There you go, Willie. Oh, my. Let me see. Yeah, there's the PayPal account link right there. Jesse, I appreciate that. And again, we do appreciate every dime and dollar that comes in. It's the only income we have, honest to goodness. Um, you know the story of the journey we've been on, so we appreciate everyone that has really taken the time to support us in one way or the other through watching the videos, commenting, liking them, sharing the channel, subscribing to the channel, prayers, phone calls, Instagram messages, emails, comments, you name it. The dimes, the dollars, the tens, the 20s, and all of it adds up so much to really, really helping us. So we appreciate it. The best way, to give, if you, and I'm not asking you to do it, I'm just saying if you choose to, if you want to give to help towards something, the best way to do it is through PayPal, because YouTube does take, or Google does take, a large percentage of the super chats. But anyhow, we appreciate the link being there. Thank you, Jesse. Marshall, bad day to put my 13-year-old dog over the Rainbow Bridge. Not much snow right now. Sorry to hear that, Marshall. We get so connected to our animals. We really do. So I feel for you, my friend. That is so hard to do. It really is. But no snow, that's pretty unheard of out there, isn't it, this time of year? Um, yeah, Scott's Asterias anyway. Yeah, I wish we could be down there too, Mike and Terry, to that meetup. I really do, but just can't do it. But we'll be thinking about y'all. Hey, Treasure Hunter again. We appreciate you being in here. Busy little house. How are you, Karen? It's Karen, I'm pretty sure. Hope that you're having a great day or a great evening. Hope you've had a good week. We've been busy. We've had some setbacks with the build. We have to redo all the insulation because of condensation. It got so cold that we didn't get the vapor barrier on fast enough inside the house, so that created condensation behind the insulation. So now it all has to come out and be redone, and then we have to add twice as much insulation again. So we're doubling up the insulation, but we can only do it in sections rather than the whole house first, because we found out that it gets so cold that you just can't keep up with the condensation. So we're doing like 16-foot sections, pulling out the insulation, letting it dry, putting it back in, doubling it, and then adding the vapor barrier very quickly so we can kind of defeat the whole problem of condensation. So Susie says it's supposed to get to minus 12 with the wind chill minus 15 tonight here in Madison, Wisconsin. Yeah, that's cold. We're looking at minus 25 in the morning is what they're telling us. So thank you, thank you, MT. We appreciate you guys. I wish wish that we just had more time to hang out with so many wonderful people, but our time is so precious right now with this house, and it's a struggle just to keep going and survive right now with with the snow and the storms and the cold and all of it. But oh, we'll get there where we can slow down a bit someday and share a little more time with everybody. Um, Jen, any chance Joni could get a part-time job at a church or something? Well, there's none around here, as far as the church goes. Um, but Joni, not many people know this, but Joni has a lot of health issues when it comes to brittle bones and broken bones and all of that. Like, she can't carry any loads. She's had a fracture in her collarbone. She's got one shoulder really damaged. Plus, she broke her back in '03, so that creates a lot of issues. And so, for her to go out, I'm not asking her to do that. I don't want her to do that because I know she would, but then she's going to pay for it every single day because she can't lift heavy loads. She can't do those things. Um, and I don't know about anybody else, but I'm just not going to. I will go get two jobs before I see her sit here every night in pain and not being able to walk and move and get up. Um, and so, but we've got some ideas. And that's the thing about us. Once the springtime gets here, then we can get the garden going and growing, and then we got our market grow a garden, and then we do Meat King chickens, so we sell those. The sawmill, is a very good um, piece of equipment. It earns good money when it's up and running, but it's not up and running. So we plan on getting that up and running and getting some lumber milled and selling some of that, and sell some pork and eggs, and you just kind of get back into it because that's what we did in Nova Scotia, and we were okay. Um, but none of that is set up to work right now, and so it's like we're starting over again in our mid 50s. But it'll work out. It really, really will. Hey, big dreams, tiny budget. You take care. Thanks for dropping in. We really appreciate it. Um, Let me see. We all meet for a week. The meetup on the sea. I was on the phone today. Yeah, well, that keep me updated on that, Scott. Let me know what's going on with it. I know Jesse will as well. So, yeah, it's all right, Karen. It is what it is. So, YouTube's going to take even more money starting tomorrow. Are they? Um, I didn't hear that. So what's happening there? Are they upping their percentage, or what are they doing? Let me see. Yeah, it's a rough go on the insulation, but it is what it is, Lynette. So, yeah, Tom. Yeah, we both can feel for Marshall. That's for sure. That's no fun when you got to put a furry member of the family down, a friend, like a dog is a friend. Um, yeah, I know, Karen. It is, but it's not a nice warm summer day. But we still have to do it and get through it. So it is what it is. -30 Friday there in Quebec. Yeah, it's going to be cold, Karen. It really is. We appreciate it. We can take all the prayers, and then with Joni's mom being in the ER all day today and this evening, and then yesterday we were over there again because some of the same issues and things that she was having. So again, she's the priority when it comes to, you kind of, it's Joni's mom, so you drop everything and you go. There's not a question. You just go. Hey, Brian, how you doing, my friend? And so, anyway, let me see here. Lewis Farm, please tape the seams of vapor barrier. It'll help. Yeah, that's what we're doing. I use a couple things. One, it's called well, it's like a silicone, but it's made for vapor barrier to seal edges and things like that. And so I put that on there, and then I tape all the seams and edges so that we don't have anything leaking by. And it's a lot of work, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, yeah, Susie. she's had her issues. So hey, Katie, how are you? Glad to have you here. Ronald, how are you, my friend? All the way from the Netherlands. Glad to have you in here with us. Um, Karen says chicks and incubated laying hens are going crazy here. Yeah, we can't find chickens here. We want to buy some for the spring. Have them, they be ready for egg laying hens for eggs and stuff like that. But we can't hardly find any. Yeah, Mr. Willie could go back on world tour. Miss Phil Collins. Just different things, Katie. Joni's at the hospital with her mom. Her mom's been having some issues, pains in her chest and stuff like that. So that's Joni texting me right there, by the way. Um, so good news. She just left the hospital with her mother, and everything is good with her blood work, and her heart looks good. So they're just going to have to figure out what's going on. Let me see. 45 cents of every dollar. Are you serious? 45 cents of every dollar. Coffee walks and whatever. Is that I never got that in my email. Like they never sent me any of that. When wow. So folks, if you want to give through the PayPal if you could. And if you don't want to do PayPal, use Zelle. Um, we have that set up through Jesse and Lisa, and you can give through Zelle through their account, and then they'll forward it on to us. I think you just search for Lisa's name or her phone number or something like that. Maybe you can tell us how that works there, Jesse and Lisa. Let me see. Paul says, Mr. Willie, were you sneaking around Judy's again last night? Yeah, that's what happened, Paul. There you go. That's right, Jen. You hear me say that 1,000 times. It is what it is, because you can't change it. You just can't. Yeah. Karen says, sorry to hear this about her mother. 40s, 50s, taking care of children and parents. I care for my mother. Yeah. Well, Joni's mom's 82 or 83. And so, part of being this close, about half an hour away, and it's good that she's there. That's just the way it should be. So yeah, Mr. Willie was a good boy. It is what's best, Mark, for sure. Hey, Paul, the bearded carpenter, how you doing, my friend? Yeah, that's good. No, that's good news for sure, Karen. And luckily, it's not her heart, so we'll just have to trust God and see what it is. I know a lot of it is nutrition, and you that look after seniors and elderly folks, that they do not drink enough liquid and they do not eat the right foods. They just don't, and you almost have to be there and get their meals and help them out so that they'll eat right. And I think that's part of it. So thank you, Paul. I'm sure they're going to run some more tests. They'll probably send her to her family doctor, who will follow up and just kind of find out what's going on there. Any links to this YT money grab update? I don't know. I've not heard about it, Karen, so I'll look into it afterwards. Okay, Coffee Walks was on the chat last night. We're talking about it. Yeah, Mr. Willie, the ladies can't handle your good looks, eh? You still getting an ice storm down there in Arkansas, Paul? That's crazy. Yeah, Ronald, so we bought a bigger tent, eh? Thank you for that Zelle information there, Jesse. So again, if you don't want to use PayPal, you can use Zelle and send it right there, and it'll get forwarded right on to us, and that helps us out so much. So, and if you do want to use PayPal, there's a PayPal link too, so help yourself to that. And again, we appreciate it. We really do. Yeah. So Paul, Peter Carpenter, how many days now have you had this kind of weather? That's crazy. It truly is. In Arkansas to get that kind of weather. So, yeah, that's right too. You can do e-transfers as well in Canada only, Jesse. Thanks for reminding me of that. Yeah, Jesse and Lisa are the best. They are, Karen. They really are. Get more tomorrow. Wow. Hey, Dave and Sandy, how you guys doing? Thank you for the prayers, David. We appreciate it. Jen says, "Oh yeah, we are covered in sleep." I want to just give a shout out to Dave and Sandy Gibson, um, wonderful supporters of the channel, and they, I hope they don't mind me mentioning this, but they surprised us with a couple Amazon gifts today. One was a solar light. It was in our Creekside Maples wish list, and it was a light, solar light for inside, because obviously everything is going to be solar here. So they sent that. I appreciate it. It's a nice light. It really lights up the whole area really well. So we appreciate that. We'll get that hung up and get it looked after so that we can have some more lights in here. And then they sent us a wonderful. Let me see. It's a micro SD card, and it's a 256 gigabyte, and we appreciate that so much. We use these in the camera to keep the films a rolling, and so thank you guys so much. That we can't say thank you enough. So thank you for that. Let me see. You guys are covered in sleep, Jen. Wow. Mr. Willie, come on, people. We all YouTube is struggling and need that money. Yeah, right. Here, there. Yeah, he's in Boonville, Jen. Had 78 inches snow last week and ice this week. Getting cabin fever. Wow. That won't last long though, Bearded Carpenter. That from, from when we used to live down there in Joplin, which is close to Arkansas. It didn't seem to last that long, even if it did snow a little bit. Hey, Ben's Over Acres, how you doing? Glad to have you in tonight. Ronald, the northwest of the Americas have been rough with harsh weather this winter. We only had a week of snow so far in the Netherlands. Wow, we've had storm after storm after storm, but every 2 days it's heavy snowfall, and then the days it's not a heavy snowfall, it just, you still get 2 or 3 inches of snow, so it's just a mess of snow. Anyway, yeah, that's the truth, Paul. Money grabbing for sure. Excuse my yawning. Well, we appreciate it, Dave and Sandy. You guys are so wonderful. Yeah, Ronald, the weather's kind of messed up. Yeah, Jen loves the snow, eh? Yeah, Dave and Sandy, if you guys can, please email Jesse and Lisa. They'd like to get a hold of you. And so if you can send them your contact information, your email, and your phone number, if you don't mind, they would certainly appreciate it. Paul, the trees are bent over again, got lots to clean up. Yeah, they'll snap off. I know that's what happens here. They'll get so heavy and they just snap right off. Colleen, do you have a list of things that you need or could use, home, personal, or is just helping financially the best? Really, Colleen, the financial, the gifts through PayPal, because then we can put it where we need it, is always, a great thing to have happen. But again, we have a wish list. There's a Amazon.ca, Creekside Maples wish list, and there's also an Amazon.com, which is the U.S. Amazon. We also have the Creekside Maples wish list on Amazon.com. And so, there's things there that we need that would come in handy to have for the house, for working the build, for different things. So keep in mind, just if you want to know, the whole feel and the whole design of the house is going to be very cottagey and very pioneer feel. So we're trying to stay with actual wood and also like with like forged iron or black iron, things like that, pot hangers and stuff. Just kind of to keep it that old-fashioned feel is what we're trying to do here. So, yeah, Mr. Willie can blame Canada for the bad weather, huh? Karen says, I can't complain because I've been living in a home and not a tent. Oh, it's crazy, Karen. We spent 5.5 months in that tent. Now think about that. 5.5 months in that tent, through January, basically, a lot of it. So, hey, Simply Jan, how are you, my dear friend? Glad to have you in with us tonight. Joni's not here right now. She's just leaving the hospital with her mother. Her mother's been ill for the last couple of days, so today she felt like she needed to go into the ER and find out what's going on. So, yeah, the busy little house. We're getting there. Like, we're trying. We don't have a lot of stuff in. I did get my recliner. It's there behind me. We have our bed in here. I got the computer set up and some pantry shelving to try to, just get things a little bit back to normal. Going to set up a little kitchen area there for Joni. Get some countertop. Hopefully, trying to find some secondhand countertop on Marketplace and for not very much money, so that we can, get her a countertop set up so that she can have a space over there to cook and to do the dishes and all that. So it's coming along. So yeah, thanks, Paul. That's the Amazon links there. Appreciate you so much, Paul. You've always been such a great supporter as well. Let me see here. I don't want to miss anybody. Did Barb come in? If you did, I'm sorry I missed you, Barb. I know Neil's in here. Let me see. Dave, I sent Lisa Sandy's email, but okay, that's fine. Yeah, Jennifer, there you go. Thank you, Jen. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Yeah, Karen, 5.5 months in Canada's brutal January sounds like an episode of The Amazing Race. You know what? We chuckle about these things because you see all these what are they called, little shows, and they're reality TV shows and all that, where they find these people doing these things, and in the bush, or Alaska wilderness and all that stuff, and but I'll tell you what, doing what we've done in the middle of the country, middle of winter, sleeping in and staying in a tent and doing everything by hand, I tell you what, I think that's worth that's worth something. Katie, tell me, we have a restore shop here at 10 Nations Crossing with tons of home. You do? Awesome. Where's that at, Katie? Is that Habitat for Humanity? Because I'm very interested in that. So we'll have to come in and see what you've got going on there. I know where Target is, and I know where Habitat for Humanity is. But where's your where's that restore shop at? I'd love to know where that's at. Two Nations Crossing. Okay, I know right where that's at, so we will find that. Yeah, we can check, see what you got there. Anything that would help out, that's for sure. Yeah, those reality shows have nothing on us. Thank you, Jen. I kind of think what we do is pretty neat. I think that finding ways to get it done, even today, this window, we found a way to get it done, and it was heavy. A 72-inch by, like a 65-inch window. It's thermal pane and all that stuff with the cranks on it to open them up and all that. It's not easy, but I found a way. And you'll see it in the video. But I found a way to get it done and get that window in this hole. And, it wasn't, it was 4.5 feet up in the air that it had to go up to be put into the side of the house. So, I think figuring these things out as we go along is part of it. Think you aged a few years to all that work, though, Tony. Ronald, I know it's hard on the joints. In the shoulder, I have to be very careful with the shoulder, and there are days because I've had this shoulder replaced. So there are days that I feel it, and my shoulder lets me know, okay, no more lifting today, no more pushing, no more pulling. Stop, let it rest. Because the doctor told me when he fixed it that there's no second time, that there's not enough left in there to fix a second time. So I just have to be careful, Ronald, and watch those things. So, but anyway, Katie says yes on St. Mary Street. Facebook every morning around 10. Okay, I'll do that for sure, Katie. Mr. Willie, forget about building a house in the middle of nowhere. How about living in a tent with your wife? Now that is something. There you go. But you know, Willie, Joni makes it easy. She is the least complaining person I know. She is so, she really is easy to get along with. However, this has been hard on her. Hey, Ken, thank you. Appreciate your subscribing. I don't know if he'll come on here or not, but he just subscribed, so we appreciate that. But it's been tough on Joni, you know. She wasn't brought up like this. I was. I was brought up in a very rough environment where it was farmland, and we hunted and fished for food, and raised our own food, and lived in a tough environment in the winter and all that. So you know, you had to cut wood and by hand and all of those things. Well, Joni wasn't brought up that way, you know, so it was tough on her, and I saw that it was starting to break her spirit the last month or so. So I knew I had to get her out of that tent into this house, and so that's what we did. Um, and now she's much better. And putting this window in today really cheered her up. I'll get her kitchen set up, and then she can feel like she's got a home again. And that's important to me. Every man should be worth something to make sure his wife and kids are looked after. So that's just my thinking. Paul, yep, those kind of windows are gut wrenching to get up there. They truly are, Paul, and it was heavy. I don't know, a couple 100 pounds or so. Katie, you can pay with e-transfers, I believe, and when they have lots of counter windows. Okay, well, I'll look into that, Katie. Thank you for letting me know that. Remember, though, Mr. Willie, she has to be your wife and not your prisoner for it to work. Hey, Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea has been at the hospital with her mom and with her grandma, Judy. So I take it you guys made it back there, Chelsea, so I hope everything's okay. Jan, Joni has been a trooper. She truly has. I mean, there's not too many women that would probably put up with, you know, living in a small little tent like that. But she did. She has. And in the middle of it all, she's kept doing her chores and her work and filming and all that stuff. So it's good. Yep, got to keep the camera crew happy, Mike. My lovely husband made me supper, so I'm going to enjoy that with the live. That's what Chelsea just said. So I had to wash my hands and come over and say, thanks, Jen. But anyway, you know, it's not been easy, friends. It hasn't. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's been this exciting, great adventure that every day's been easy. Very few of them have been. It's been very tough. But you know what? We're doing it, and that's all that matters. We're doing it. So we'll get there. So we really will. Just checking my phone here. I had a notification. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that so much. You guys are awesome. Jesse and Lisa have been just such great supporters, and you know, they have really taken on our well-being. They carry us so much, just being our friends, and you all do, and we appreciate it so very much. Let me see here. Chelsea says they just left. Nana and Mom are on their way back to Nana's house now. Okay, that's good. Let me see here. Yeah, that's I know right where that Two Nations crossing is there, Jesse. Thank you, um, you know, for putting that up there. I'll just screen shoot that. Then I won't have to look it up. But it's right. I know right where it's at. So Jen says up near the Buffalo. That's where they live. Okay. Hey, Paul Honeyman. What's your weather like in England right now? You guys having a lot of this severe weather and cold and everything, or what's it like there? Ronald, it's nice to see you sitting in a solid structure and have said goodbye to the tent. Yeah, and you know, Ronald, I'll be honest. When we moved out of the tent, it was a little bit sentimental. We didn't anticipate it to be so, but it was because that little tent protected us for 5 months, 5.5 months, you know. And so I realize it's just material, but still, it did its job and it did its job well. Think about it. That was our home for over 5 months through winter, through storms, through thick, through thin, through wind and rain and snow and ice and you name it. That tent stood up to it and kept us protected. Yeah, it had challenges. Condensation was horrible, and a lot of things was tough, but we did it. So I'm thankful for that tent. Let me see here. Mr. Willie, the weather in North Carolina is cold and raining. Yeah, Carolina can get some snow too. Yes, for sure, Jesse. Again, we thank Katie for that information, and we will. Katie, do you work there? I'm just curious if you work there or not. And hey, everybody, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot all these little things that we normally do. I get talking so much here. So, and again, Jesse and Lisa, thank you for the PayPal contribution. That helps so much. Right now, it's going to go towards some more insulation for the house because now we have to double it. So we appreciate that so much. So how about this? Paul said it was cold with snow and ice a couple of weeks ago, cleared up, and last week we had ice overnight. This week it's been an average of 6 Celsius. Yeah, it's been was a little warmer here too, but it's getting cold now. But what do you do? What do you say we? Here's Jesse's favorite game. Let's face it. Well, we put some faces up on there. I do remember that live. Here's the first one. So if you know who this face is, now I'm going to make it real easy tonight. So Jesse, here he goes. Ready? I will. Jesse, I'll thank him. So this individual is an actor and a very famous actor, but he is known as one of the kindest actors. And so take a guess. Do you know who that is? If you know who that is, okay. Brenda says it's Tom Cruise. Any other guesses tonight? And if you're new to our channel, then you know. Some of the things we do here, we play a few games. One of them is called Let's Face It, where we put some faces up on the screen to see if anybody can recognize who they are. And the rules are simple. Just don't Google it. Breakfast Club guy. Okay, Katie. Well, thank you so much for that information. Jesse says it's Kevin Bacon. Speaking of bacon, wouldn't some bacon taste good right now? Tell you what I love to have is a bacon tomato sandwich on toast. Woo! Keanu Reeves. Paul Honeyman says. Chelsea says it's Christian Bale. Wait, no. Says Jen. Tim Allen says John. Christian. Bake says Jen. Bale. I know it's what you meant. Yeah, going for Bale as well. What Chelsea said says Jan. Johnston D. Christian Bale. How are you? Glad to have you in here. Thanks for stopping by. I think you're new here, and we're so glad that you're here with us. Newsies. John. Kevin Bacon. Christian Slater. Says Karen. Judd Nelson says Willie. Slater says Karen. Yeah. Kevin Bacon says Brenda. fresh from the garden. Yeah. Your Google button is broken, Jan. Oh my. I love bacon. Who doesn't? Except for Lisa. Lisa doesn't love bacon. Cheech Marion. This is Jesse. Real smoked bacon is the best. Yes, sir. I do some. Done a bunch last year. Oh, it was good. Off the pigs we raised. Well, it was 2 years ago now. David Bowie. Great guess, Neil. Yeah. Roberta, how are ya? I wish she was here to make me a sandwich, but she's not here right now. She's on her way home, but it'll be another hour before she's home. Um, yeah, she checked the answer earlier, didn't she, Paul? All right, I'm going to tell you who this is. For those of you that guessed Kevin Bacon, you were absolutely wrong. For, for those of you that said Christian Slater, you're absolutely wrong. For those of you who said it was Christian Bale, you're absolutely wrong. It's actually Keanu Reeves. Yep, it's Keanu Reeves. That's who that is. All right, here's the next one. Now, who do you think that one now is? Now, Chelsea, you ought to know this one. Can you guess who that one is? And don't forget, if you're just coming in, refresh your feed, because this is the second picture. Straight, get her straight there, Paul. Straighten Chelsea right up there. Or they hate meat in Oregon, do they, Willie? Yeah, Jen, sorry. Paul says, yeah, I got one. There you go, Paul. 10,000 points to the big man in New England. Oh, well, sorry. Yeah. Who is it? Take a guess. I see the eyes, says the busy little house. Mr. Bean, says Tom. An actor? Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Yes, he is an actor. Yep. Very famous actor. How should I know? Is this guy from a show I like? Yes, Chelsea, it is. That is Mr. Gru guy. That is the Mr. Gru guy. Chelsea says Steve Carell. Maybe it's Dwight Schrute. Yeah. Yes, Steve Carell. Says Jen. Jen's married to a Steve. She corralled him. Neil says Tim Allen. Jan says Ray Romano. Paul says, nope, Tony, not New England, but the England. Oh, that's right, not New England, England. Sorry, my friend, I'm tired. Tom Hanks says Jesse. Final answer, Steve Carell. Tony says Rochelle. Steve Carell says Mr. Willie. I'll help you. It's not me. I had blonde hair when I was young. I just had hair when I was young. Old England. Matthew Broderick. Oh, there's a great guess, Karen. There's a name you don't hear much anymore, Matthew Broderick. Wasn't he in Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Rochelle says, I'm going with Steve Carell. Thomas Chong. Cheats and Chong. Jesse's on Cheats and Chong tonight. All right. I'm going to tell you who it is. It is none other than the man, the myth, the legend from that great entertaining show, The Office. That is Steve Carell. That's who that is. There you go. So that's who he is. Steve Carell. And now it's time for some weird words, where we help you here on the channel. He's also in Godzilla, where we, help educate your literary skills a bit, your grammar, by giving you some of those wonderful words that you'll probably never use again. And we call it weird words. There you go. Embiggen. There's your first weird word. And the rules are simple. Do not Google. But if you find that you have to Google, do not put the answer up there and let the cat out of the bag. Just kind of keep it to yourself for a bit. Chelsea, The answer, the second picture was Steve Carell. You were right. It was Steve Carell, Charles. Bigify, says Jen. Embiggen. 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 Bigify. There you go, Ronald. Thumbs up for Steve. He's funny. I love that show, The Office. That was so funny. Chelsea has watched every episode over and over and over, and she knows that show inside and out. When YouTube wants to take 45 cents on every dollar, haha. Yeah, I can't believe they're going to do that. When I was born, my mom said it's embiggen. Rochelle. I better not answer. Why not, Rochelle? Jesse. Hey, honey. You sure are embiggen. Jan says, I love to embiggen potatoes. Ben's over what my hubby hollers when he has a fish on. Embiggen. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I know. Jesse is right. That's what we said about the Garner twins. Embiggen. Oh, my heavens. Excuse me. I love them embiggen ones. Mr. Willie, she got embiggen over time she ate cake. Emphasis on something. Okay, Ronald. Embiggen, good answer. She means Jesse's appetite. Okay, Rochelle. Oh, cheesy bacon fried pickles. Jesse sent me a picture. When you take too many blue pills, Lee. Oh, that's awesome. Opposite of M. Smolin. Yeah, it would be. Embiggen. Prayers from your mother-in-law, and God bless all from me, dear. All right. Take care, Katie. Thank you. And again, I appreciate that information. I really do. About the spot there at the crossing there. I'm gonna come check out and see what they have there. See if they've got some countertop or something like that. So really, 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 really do appreciate it. You have a good evening. Get some rest. Ronald says, Google says no. The action of having to redo an entire section of insulation. Yeah, that's an embiggen. It's an embiggen job. Embiggen actually means literally, and some of you got it right, it just simply means to make bigger. It's actually a new word that if I remember correctly, it's not in the dictionary yet. However, it is a new word that was coined in 2022, and it simply means to make larger or to make bigger. That's what it means. All right, so now here's the next one. Chocolate bar name, right? Embiggen. I don't care what the name it is, Karen, as long as it's an embiggen. Here's one. Oh, let me see. Weird word. Now, believe it or not, it's a new word, Mr. Willie. Now, here is my second choice for tonight. Now, this, yes, Brenda, you did. This does mean something. All right. That's Simpsons in 1996. You are so right, Patty. That is exactly where that word originated, The Simpsons. Yep. So, this is actually an abbreviation for something. So, anybody know what this stands for? Big chocolate bar. Ooh. There you go, Jen. If you can't read this one, not. Jesse, out of office, 000. Rochelle, Spring Olympics. Out of order, says Karen. Jan. Oh my. Looks like Tony's Googles, but with E eyes. There you go. Or my goggles, I'm sorry. Looks like Tony's goggles, but with E eyes. With 3 eyes. Google button. Yeah. Tom says, my bank account. Yours and mine both, my friend. Yours and mine both. Oh, my. Jesse got it, says Paul. How much you get after YT and government take it all? Not much, I'll tell you that, Karen. By the time the YouTube, Google takes their share out, and then the taxes have to come out, yeah, it ain't much. Beginning of a stopwatch, says Jen. Binary code, says Ronald. Mr. Willis says what Tony said when he first met Joni. Ooh la la. Ooh, you're right. 007. They screwed up and put another 0. All right, I'm going to tell you what this means, okay? And we have a big winner here tonight, Phil. Oh, it is. He's just. Oh, I can tell. He must have used this word a lot. This is actually an abbreviation. It means out of office. Triple O, out of office, is what it means. There you go. I'm going to have to give it on Saturday. There you go, Jen. Do you have a live on Saturday, Jen? Is that what you do? All right. Mr. Willie, here's your favorite. Over medium, over ready. Worst spy ever. Okay. What do you think of that? Believe it or not, this is an actual bathing suit. It's called the Anatomy Bathing Suit. Hey, Krubby. So this is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen on Amazon. This is an actual anatomy bathing suit. So it is crazy. Hey, Krabby the Big Old. Jesse says, I'll take my winnings in the form of chocolate almond joys, please. Yeah, okay. I don't have that many left to share, Jesse. Yeah, Jesse Googled. Get after him, Jen. Oh, man. It's for the TPS reports. Okay. Let me see here. Hello, Jesse. Out of oil. It's out of oil, it says, in the garage, yeah. Let me see here. Ew, I know. Ew, it is ew. It is gross. It's awful. No thanks. It is crazy. It really is. I think I missed Venkat somewhere, so we're glad you're here. No and no, says Dave and Sandy. Yeah, for those people who like to spill their guts. That's funny. Somebody please know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to, Jen, but this thing's moving so fast. But why? I don't know. Leaves a lot to be desired, for sure. Can you imagine wearing that down to the beach? Obviously a guy wouldn't, but nowadays you never know, I guess. Yeah, for sure, Rochelle, for sure. But there you go. It is a human anatomy bathing suit. Isn't that crazy? I'll tell you what, wear that on the cruise, hey Scott? Someone's got a weird sense of fashion. You are right, Roberta. Oh, heavens. Anyway, I saw that and said, no, who would even buy that? That's crazy. I saw what Jeff at Groovy Eggs is going through down there. Stay safe. Okay. Talking to Paul there, yeah. So that is the first weird thing that you can buy tonight on Amazon. Believe it or not, it is there. And here's what you can follow it up with. Yeah, for sure. That's right, Ronald. You can wear that in biology class. There is what's called an ostrich pillow. Jack the Ripper would love this because it would make his job more easy. Mr. Willie. Yeah, Rochelle wants to see the back. I couldn't turn the picture. So here's a neat little thing. It's an ostrich pillow. Only thing I can see that being useful for anatomy class in university or med school. For sure, Paul. That's a great idea. I've seen the full suit in bio class, but a bathing suit? Hey, I know. Dexter just fell asleep. Oh, did he? Oh, Dex, he's quite the boy. Yeah. My teen. So there you go. There is the ostrich pillow. If you like to have one, that's the ostrich pillow. Hide your head in the sand and have a sleep. Yeah. Karen says, if this helps husbands hear better, take my money. I don't know why, Mr. Willie. I don't know what's up with the yellow feet either. I seen that. It's kind of weird. But anyway, he's quite colorful there. Yeah. $99. Whichever way you lay your head, you got a pillow to support it. Yeah. Michelle says Randy would want that if I was wearing the anatomy suit. uh yeah, that'd be good for a plane, Ronald. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Perfect for watching the news. Yeah. Probably get warm, I think. Hey Al, how are you doing? Well, thank you so much, Al. We appreciate you guys coming in, and you guys are awesome. Um, just I've never had a raid actually ever on this channel. Never had one come in, so we certainly appreciate it. I know you don't get to see anything, but you're asleep, Karen. So why would you want to? And I don't know if I got a third thing or not. Oh, yes. Here's the third thing. No, I thought this was really cool for a really neat little thing that you can buy on Amazon. I thought this was really something. This is a little sauce holder. It's a Carvent sauce holder. Now, isn't that neat? Paul says, reminds me of a Monica with her turkey episode in Friends. There you go. But isn't that neat? Yeah. It's crazy. Hey, Peaceful Daz, how are you doing? So glad you guys are coming in. Oh, man, that makes me feel so awesome. Thank you, guys. Yeah, Karen, if a raid shows up, give them tools and put them to work. Oh, I've never had a raid hit this channel. No, I've never had one come in, so this means a lot to us. I wish Joni was here to see it, but thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate this. Ronald, thanks for the chat. Tony, good night, everyone. God bless. Take care, Ronald. I know it's real late or real early, one way or the other. He probably should be in bed. But thanks for always staying up, taking the time. Rochelle, yes, then the whole car smells like barbecue. There you go. Chelsea says, I'm distracted by the shoes in the background. How is it comfortable to take them off like that? I don't know. I just did. Peaceful Des likes that. I know. Isn't that cool? I thought, we're always trying to hold on to the sauce when you're dipping your nuggets and all that stuff, so that solves that problem right there. It's a very practical unit for sure, until it falls off. Yeah, something that makes sense. Yeah. Hey, Tasmania, how are ya? I am so happy. Um, you guys are awesome. Thank you thank you. We really, really do appreciate you guys coming in. Really means so much to us. Really, really does. And just to have you guys come and support us, that's awesome. Thank you so much for coming in. Don't forget to tap that like button. Yeah, we appreciate that for sure. It is useful. But anyway, that's that. So, all right, everyone coming in, you're just here in time for some movie trivia. And we always do this. It's a neat little thing we do. Yeah, I totally kicked those shoes off for sure. And so, how about some movie trivia? It's movie night. So get your movie hat on, get your thinkers going. We got a couple questions here. One's going to be real easy, and one's going to make you think a little bit. Jonesy, thank you for coming in. And everybody else. Movie trivia. Who plays the lawyer turned youth hockey coach, Gordon Bombay, in the Mighty Ducks franchise? Anybody know the answer to this? Rochelle says, Randy bought me a big caddy that attaches to a beach umbrella. Super fun. Okay. That would be. Probably very handy. For sure, for sure. Radio Jonesy, how are you? That's a cool name. Thank you for being here. And everyone that's come in, we appreciate it. This is awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it. Don't Google it. Emilio Estevez says, Jan, did you Google? Janet cheat. Jesse. Radio Jonesy. Brampton Gardner. What's his face? His face's son. What's his face's son? Estevez. Betcha, Jan. Or beat you, Jan. Zach, I would know this. Can I phone a friend? Yeah, sure. Haven't been to a movie in many years, says Paul. Me either. Emilio. Okay. Oh no, this one's going to bug me because I see his face. I see. Yep, that didn't Google. Okay, dang it. That's all right. That's all good, Jen. No problem. We're married in the courthouse room where part of that movie was filmed. Oh, that's cool. Chelsea knows, says Paul. Did not Google, says Jan. Awesome, Jan. You got it. All the points go to Jan. All right, everybody. Everyone that guessed Emilio Estevez, you guessed correctly. It was Emilio Estevez. Now, quick question for you. Follow up on the same thing. Who is Emilio Estevez's father? Anybody know? Very famous actor. Emilio Estevez actually changed his name so it would not reflect his father's name because he wanted to get out of the shadow of his parent in Hollywood. Anybody know who Emilio Estevez's father is? Jen beat me. Martin Sheen, says Jesse. You are absolutely correct. Martin Sheen is his father. For sure. Mister, that's right. All right, movie trivia 2. Everybody's going to know this one, okay? Everybody's going to know this one. Here we go. Which actor plays Private Ryan in Saving Private Ryan? First one, who can be the fastest on the draw? Who can be the fastest on the draw? Actor plays Private Ryan, Saving Private Ryan. Brampton, Gardner, and Willie. You're answering for the last one, and that is correct. It was Martin Sheen. But, however, this is a new question, so you may have to refresh. Which actor plays Private Ryan in Saving Private Ryan? Who's going to get it first? 10,000 points up for grabs. Who's going to get the 10,000 points in a game where the points just don't matter? Matt, what's his last name? Or is that his last name? Martin Sheen. No. Damon. There you go. So Matt Damon played the actor who played Matt Damon was the actor who played Private Ryan. Yes, he was also in the Bourne Supremacy. All those Bourne movies, I enjoy those. Yep, for sure. Everybody knew that one. I knew you would. That was an easy one. I made it easy. Okay. Are you ready for some signs? Huh? Here's your sign. Okay, Jen. There you go, Jesse. Here's your sign. How about this? Whoever stole our AC units, keep one. It is hot where you're going. All right. There you go, Jan. Just freaking woo! All right. Here's the next one. How about this? Eat Jessica's family. They didn't have enough space for family restaurant, so there you go. Eat Jessica's family. I thought that was great. Oh my, you guys seeing these? I hope you enjoy these signs. How about this one? For sale. Parachute only used once, never opened. Oh, sorry, Karen. Yeah, here's your sign. Used parachute, never opened. There you go. All right. Here's your next one. What do you think of that? Bankruptcy, divorce, liquor. Oh, isn't it great? Oh, boy. I love these little signs. They're so funny. They really are. How about this one? Ready? Close and hose. Uh, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to say shoes by clothes and hose. Oh, yes, sir. You want to make sure. Once parked in the middle, did you, Karen? Okay. Oh, don't open it. Yeah. Oh, that was funny. All right. On to the next one. Here we go. Here's the next sign. Here's your sign. This is one of my personal favorites. Restroom is for eating customers only. That's it, Jesse. That's right, Paul. Cheapo. Ah, restroom is for eating customers only. Oh, that's awful. Do people not think when they post these signs? Oh, how ridiculous is that? Oh, my heavens. That's crazy. How about this one? Violators will be towed and fined $50. Hey, there's some incentive right there to violate the rules. That's right, Rochelle. Violators will be towed and fined $50. Yeah. So if you are a violator that's towed, then you're going to get $50. Easy way to make $50. There you go. No, I know. Apparently they don't read them either. Oh, that's so ridiculous. How much is the tow? I don't know. Oh. And back to the beginning. All right. So, we want to do something new tonight. So I thought, what else can we introduce into this lineup of stuff? And so we're going to do a little segment I call World Records, where we, rather than being towed, that's better than being towed yet, where we find records that are weird, and they're world records, but they're just plain weird, okay? So hopefully this doesn't gross anybody out. I thought this was a pretty neat little segment. So here we go with the first run of world records, and we're going to do two tonight. Here's your first one. Nick Stoberl, a.k.a. The Lick, from Monterey, California, holds the Guinness Book of World Records for having the longest tongue, measuring 10.10 centimeters. There you go. What do you think of that? Huh? Now that, yeah, oh no, exactly. That's just wrong. That's a fancy hat stand. There you go. So you have it right there. Nick Stoberl, a.k.a. The Lick, has the longest tongue. Nope. All right. Here's the next one. You, I know it. You got nothing on Dexter when I do yoga. I know. Oh, he should have played Mask. I know it. That's what I thought. All right, here's the second one. You ready? And yeah, and big in tongue. I thought Gene Simmons held the longest liquor. Somebody can't handle their liquor. Oh, no, that's awful. Eat ice cream in front of me or anything. There you go. All right. Here we go. World record number 2. Ready? Lee Redmond from America took nearly 30 years to grow her nails out. She started growing her nails way back in 1979. And in case you're wondering, her nails are 28 feet 4 inches long in total. What do you think of that? There's a lot of problems I see with this. A lot, yeah. Just let your imagination run wild, and yeah, you can see there could be a lot of issues, a lot of problems with that. I mean, how would you even get dressed? Yeah, I know, Rochelle. She nailed it, said Chelsea. Exactly. How do you get dressed? How do you pull something over your head up over your arms? All that. Nailed it. Gross. Yeah. I believe she has, since this picture's been taken, had them clipped. I don't know why, Jan. Hey, Matt. Yeah, wiping would be tough. Yeah, for sure. I don't know why. Stay out of her kitchen. Don't eat anything. Yeah, she must have a bidet. She must have something. But there you have it right there. Now, I do know there is an video online on YouTube, I believe, and it shows her getting them trimmed or cut or something. She's not doing her own mascara, that's for sure. That is the truth. She's not doing her own anything. I mean, it'd be impossible. Just look at them. I mean, it'd be absolutely impossible. Now, I'm sure she's over all these years learned to live with it, but still, that's just crazy. It's absolutely insane. So there you go, folks. That's it. So you have it right there. So we appreciate everybody being in here tonight. Sorry Joni wasn't here. She is on her way home. But yeah, can you please scratch my back? I'll tell you what, she has her own back scratcher there, doesn't she? Silly woman, I know. Useless. I know it. Great job everyone on hitting the line button. Solid. Yep, thumbs up is so important. I knew what you meant there, Matt. So those nails were probably insured. I imagine they were. Life goals, right? Yeah. Hopefully you guys are doing okay there, Matt. And I know it's been a tough go around, that's for sure, since you lost your dad. But know that we're praying for you and we care for you and we're here for you. Yeah, she probably doesn't like to do dishes, Mike. She could probably clear snow off the roofs. I imagine. I mean, those are long nails. But again, there'd be so the you'd be so limited in so many things. Um, yeah, Chelsea, I know you're going to take off. I know you're exhausted. You were with Nana and Mom at the hospital and all that. So thanks for doing all that stuff. And take care. Tell Zach I got the window in. And anyway, be safe on the roads. It's cold out there tonight. But anyway, so folks, we appreciate every one of you. We really do. Thank you for the new folks that came in, everybody that stayed, and I know y'all like to see Joni here too. But please understand that obviously her mother's health was the priority tonight. I am working on a video, and I've got the first bunch of editing done. It's just a lot of stuff. Like there was like 60 video clips to edit through. So, so I've got the first editing done, but it's putting the rafters and everything up. So I do hope I know you guys see me sitting in the house now, but I still do hope you watch the videos. Please do so. That really means a lot if you would just watch them. So, Matt, yeah, we're good. Dad's birthday was yesterday, so naturally weird day. Glad to see the weather let up enough to let you get sorted out. Yeah, I know it was, Matt. We were thinking of you. That's for sure. And yeah, it's different. That's for sure. Um, Karen says my daughter's birthday tomorrow, and I have some prepping. Have a blessed week, and you too. You take care, Karen. Thank you for being here. No, I don't imagine you picked her nose, Roberta. Night, Brenda. I will for sure. And I'm going to sign off here. I've got to go out and get some more wood for the fire. I've got to go get the big dogs in, get them settled down, find out where Joni's at. Hopefully, she's on her way home, and just haven't had any supper yet. So I'm going to go over and rustle me up some food. But we do hope everyone has a blessed week. Thank you, everybody that has given and helped tonight and super chatted and been here and all that stuff. You guys are awesome, and you know we will get another video out here right away. Like I said, I'm working on it, so stay tuned for that. And then yeah, we're just gonna keep working away here and get this thing done. Hey Beth, how are you? Glad to have you in. We will for sure, Karen. That know that I ate snacks and chocolate throughout this whole life. Or okay, you do that, or I will do that. And thank you for doing that. And anyway, stay safe. A lot of nasty weather floating around out there. Take care, everybody. God bless. And I will see you, Joni and I will see you back here on the channel in videos, in pop-up lives, chronicles on Sunday morning, and obviously every Tuesday night here at 8 o'clock.